guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag. This tag was originally created by the book Archer. I will link her original tag video down below. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. I just have never done it because I'm not super big on tag videos. I don't know, I find them a lot of work for some reason. But anyway, this video is just a bunch of questions, things that may be an unpopular opinion. I actually don't have a lot of unpopular opinions, but we'll just dive right in. Question number one is a series that everybody seems to love, but that you hated or didn't like. And for me, that would be the Shiver series by Maggie Stiefvater. This is book 2 series because I traded book 1. I have read the book 1 and 2 twice now, and I just finished book 3. And while I did enjoy book 3 more, it's just overall it just kind of drug for me. It was very slow, it's very like over dramatic, and not a lot happens until the very end, and I don't know, I want to love it because it's so pretty, and I know that not everybody loves it now, but I think a lot more people like it than don't like it. I could be wrong on that, but I'm just not like the hugest fan. Question number 2 is a series that everybody seems to hate that you love. For that one, I'm gonna be lame and go with Twilight. Obviously, not everybody hates Twilight. In fact, more people probably like Twilight than dislike Twilight, but it's kind of like in vogue and trendy to be like, ooh, Twilight's problematic. Ooh, I can't believe you like Twilight. You liked Twilight? Oh, only if you read it when you were younger, then you could like it when you were younger. Whatever. I read this when I was in my mid-20s and loved it just as much as everybody else. I learned about it from ladies in their mid-40s. This book blew up YA, and I still love it. I still love it. It so irritates me that people talk about the issues with the relationship and all the problems. Whatever. It's not any different than any other YA book that is out right now. Obviously, there are better books out there, but I don't see it that this one has any more issues than any other YA books that have come out. It bugs me. People like to pick on this one because it's so popular. Whenever something reaches a certain amount of popularity to where like literally everybody knows about it and not just the community that it belongs in, then it gets a lot of hate. I still love it. I love rereading it. I love watching the movies. It's one of my favorite series still. I have a lot of emotional things tied up with it. And like I said, I was older when I read this series, so there you have it. Question number 3 is a love triangle where the main character wound up with someone that you didn't want them to wind up with, or an OTP, one true pairing, that you do not like. I literally couldn't think of any non-spoilery love triangle situations. Like, there were a couple that I thought of that I was like, oh, I don't like that, but then everybody didn't like that. And so I was mad that people expressed that opinion because it gave away what happened at the end because it was so obvious which one they were rooting for based on the writing style. So I didn't want to give any spoilers away, so I'm going to go with the one true pairing, and that would be Etienne and Anna from Anna and the French Kiss. I love the writing style of this book. I loved the Paris setting. I love the friendships. I loved the talks about food. All that was great, but there was something that happens in here. The way that the relationship develops drives me absolutely insane. I don't like Etienne. I think he's a jerk, and I think Anna's stupid and kind of bratty. So sorry to be harsh, but this is just one book that drives me crazy. I am gonna finish this like companion trilogy because I think the other 2 books won't have the issue that I have in here like this one does. So I am going to continue on with the series, but I don't like Etienne and Anna. I think the relationship, if anything's problematic, it's this book. It's this book, and I'm out. Question number 4 is a popular book genre that you don't really reach for. For me, that's going to be contemporary. I don't want to say that I never reach for it because honestly, I reach for just about every book genre every single year. Maybe for like heavy romance books, I haven't really read one of those, but I just don't pick up contemporary very often. I probably read like, I don't know, 6 or 7 contemporary books a year. I am going to up that number a little bit. I'm just way more picky. The plots seem too similar to me. I like the magical, fantastical elements, and I don't always like the darker content that contemporary can sometimes have. I don't like it when they're revolving around like divorce and cancer and heartbreak and things that we deal with like in real life. I don't really want to read exclusively about that, and especially adult contemporary relies heavily on like tragicness. And not that my fantasies aren't tragic, because they definitely are, and brutal, but when it's in that kind of a setting, it doesn't affect me the same way, and it still leaves me having a fun experience, if that makes sense. So I am leaning towards this more, but I just don't pick up contemporary very often. Question number 5 is a popular character that everybody loves that you don't really like. I honestly, again, couldn't think of anyone that everybody loves that I don't like, except for maybe Jude from The Cruel Prince. It's not that I don't like him or hate him or anything. I don't necessarily like the romance plot in this. I am all for like a bad boy kind of romance, but this goes like far beyond that. I do enjoy reading about him though, more as like a dark, interesting character, but not in that romantic way that other people are all like swinny for Jude, if that makes sense. So I don't hate him. This is like my cop-out answer because I couldn't think of any that I hated that everyone else loves, except for, again, maybe Anna and Etienne. Question number 6 is a popular author that you can't get into. I have a hard time with this one because most of the authors that I don't really like, I haven't read more than one book. So we're gonna go with PC Cast, who wrote that giant vampire series, Marked. I hate saying that I can't get into her because I've only read like 100 pages of Marked. Absolutely could not stand the writing style, but it might have been because this was a young adult book in this case, because it was just written like it was for teenagers. Whereas the other young adult books that we like and enjoy are just really well written books about teenagers, if that makes sense. So I am going to give her Adult Mermaid / fairy series a try sometime this year. So we'll see how that goes, but for right now, I always kind of steer away from PC Cast. Number 7 is a popular trope that you're tired of seeing. Again, I kind of like all of the tropes. You know, I like the love triangles, I like the lost princess, I liked the savior trope, I like the chosen one trope. I mean, I just enjoy reading and story arcs in general. So the one thing that I'm tired of seeing, which I don't actually see that much because again, I don't read a lot of contemporary, is the cheating is okay trope. There are some of these books that, again, I don't really like to use the word problematic because the book is written how the book is written. So the author wants to write it that way, they can write it that way. We'll get into that later. But I don't like it when there is like an element of cheating, even if it's just like making out or maybe spending too much time with someone you have feelings for when you're in a relationship and you don't want to break up with your spouse or whatever because of whatever reason, but then you're still basically cheating on them with this other person, and then they wind up together and everyone's supposed to be like, yay, finally, it's so cute. I don't even care if the girlfriend or the boyfriend that they're cheating on is a jerk. I don't care. Break up with them and move on to the next relationship. I know that it has its place in some novels, although I can't think of a single one where it was like necessary, and then there is room for forgiveness and all that kind of stuff. But I've noticed that in some of these contemporary, especially these young adult contemporary books, there'll be that element where it's like, oh no, he has a girlfriend and it sucks, and then they hang out, and then oh no, we kissed and now we have to tell the girlfriend, and then they still wind up together and like everything's okay. I'm not about that life. I don't like it. I don't like it. Question number 8, a popular or a really hyped series that everyone's reading that you don't really have an interest in. I am very succumbed to peer pressure, so because I read a wide genre of books and I like to basically read anything, if somebody says it's really good, then I kind of want to see how I feel about it. But we're going to pick Simon and the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I can't remember the name of like this world or series. It's technically not a series, but like there's 1 or 2 other books after this. I am interested in watching the movie, and it's not that I won't ever read this particular book because I am kind of interested in it and I think it might be good and enjoyable. I think I'll probably like the movie more, but I've heard so many horrible things about Leah on the Offbeat, and I already don't love contemporary books anyway, so I just don't have a really big desire to read it, even though everybody's like talking about it. But you never know. You never know. I do have this because I'm trading it with somebody. So that's why I have it. And the last question, question number 9, a movie, TV show adaptation that you prefer more than the books. As of right now, I'm going to pick The Maze Runner. This is the Fever Code. This is like the 5th book, extra book that goes with it because I can't find my Maze Runner copy. I actually did really enjoy these books, but I read them after watching and loving the movie, which I don't normally do. So I had like Dylan O'Brien and everybody in here and all the characters that I'd already fallen in love with. So I think that I enjoyed this series a lot more because of the movie, and I know for sure that I would like the movie more than these books. I think I would even like these books less if I had read them first and watched the movie afterwards, because I just think the movies are so well done, even though they differ and veer off like dramatically. I just love the movies. I love Dylan O'Brien. I love all the characters. It's great. So I did enjoy these, but the movies were better. Hey guys, that is the Unpopular Opinions book tag. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. This is just a fun tag to do if you differ with me on opinions. That is totally okay. I actually, for the most part, don't have a lot of negative things to say, just because I'm in general not that picky of a person. I just enjoy reading, so I don't get super like hyped up for hating things very often. So I am actually going to tag my friend Brianna over at Rainy Days and Stormy Nights, and Britt over at Britt and Nicole. I'll link both of their channels down below in the description. They're fun booktubers to watch, to do this tag video if you want. Of course you don't have to, no pressure. Nobody tagged me to do this video. I just do tags when I want to. My name is Macy. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes on the weekends. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time on the bright side.